If you log on to silearn.churchofjesuschrist.org and then on dashboard, click on the course, it will open up and it'll take you straight to your modules. Now there are some announcements on there, so if your teacher wants to make an announcement, you can check there and see what the teacher is announcing. But you go to the date of seminary you want to complete. So if I do this Monday, I scroll down to Monday the 19th, I click on that date, and then it'll open me up to the content for that day. So there's an introduction, and then there's a link that says study this lesson in the Gospel Library, and then highlighted it says to return here to share your thoughts. And what you're going to be asked to share thoughts on, if I zoom in, it says here, it says leave a comment, and then there's a bullet points of different thoughts you might want to share. And this mirrors what's in the content of the lesson. So if I study this lesson in the Gospel Library, I'm going to click that link now, and it will open up my Gospel Library app on the right day. And as I scroll down, I can watch the videos. There is some quotes, there's some questions for me to consider. Now I don't necessarily need to write responses to those, I might just think about them. There might be some where it asks me to read a scripture, and I can click on the link and read those scriptures for myself in the Gospel Library app. If I go back, if I do want to write a note, and for some, like on this activity, it says record in your notes your thoughts on the following. And what I can do is I can highlight the question, and then I can click note, and then I can write a note on that question and click the tick. And then I can add it to my study journal or notebook by clicking add to. As I click add to, I click Old Testament, and I can click the tick. And now that my answer to that question is in my study journal for me. But when I get to the end of the lesson, here it asks me to share my thoughts, and it asks me to share one or more of the following with your teacher or class. And then there's some bullet points of things that you'd want to share. In order to do that, I'd have to go out of the app and go back to my browser. And there is a reminder of those bullet points, and I can click reply, and then I can write my reply there and click reply. And it's the writing a comment in Canvas that gets you your mark for the day. Obviously we want you to do all of the other steps and have a good experience as you study the scriptures, but this will indicate to your teacher that you've completed the work. Thank you.